Hey lovies, welcome to another episode of Dominique Unscripted. I am your host, Dominique Danielle, and we are going to get into my book haul. But before we get into all that, if you're new here, hey, how you doing? Welcome in. Do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like the content, you like what you see, you like what you hear, subscribe. That way you don't miss any of these videos when they drop. If you're returning, thank you. I appreciate you. And you know what to do. Like, comment, and share. Now, let's get into these books. So, I tried out a new spot called The Book Cycle here in Houston. And the books are free. You just go in, they'll give you a bag. You can bring your own bag, whatever. You come in, you look around, you get your books. You put your name, email, if you want to, and how many books that you took out for the day. If you don't like them, bring them back. If you read them and then you don't want to keep it, bring it back. They take donations. I think this is fabulous. Okay, so I went in, looked around, and I think I got some pretty good ones. Y'all want to get into them with me? Let's do it. So, I picked this up. Rebecca Yarros, Iron Flame. I know. I already have this book, but I was thinking that it could be great for a giveaway. I know this isn't the first book. Fourth Wing is the first book. And maybe once I get that 100th subscriber, this would be a great addition to the giveaway. Granted, I get the first book to go with it. Or all three. You never know. We'll see what happens. But I do have this book here, Fourth Wing. Great condition, right? Awesomeness. I also picked up Anna Huang, King of Envy. Now this is the Kings of Sin series. I really didn't pay attention when I saw the book. I said, oh, I have a book of hers already. And when I was looking it up and I just happened to look in the corner, I said, oh, Kings of Sin. Y'all know I read, but sometimes I don't read when I'm picking and going through my books. So I have book 1, King of Wrath. This is book 5. Yes, book 5, King of Envy. So when I was looking, I was like, oh, it's the 7 deadly sins. It goes through all of them. I was like, okay, cool. So now y'all know what that means. I got 5 more books to go get to add to the collection. So I was excited about that. Ain't that cool? Have y'all read this series? I hear this is a great series. So I was pretty excited about that. King of Envy.
I didn't get that.
Girl, mind your business. Now, the African American section in Book Cycle is not the greatest, probably because not a lot of us are donating to the Book Cycle. That could be a thing, but they did have a few gems that I found. A guy was in there when I went in, and he said he has 3 of these books. And since he had 3, he said, let me go ahead and bless you with one. He said, this book is a book you use and you do the work. You have to do the work. This is a Iyanla Vanzant book. One day, my soul just opened up. 40 days and 40 nights towards spiritual strength and personal growth. I am usually not a self-help inspirational book reader because life be life, and then I just want to escape and get away. So if I actually do get into this book and do the work, y'all will know because I'll share it with you guys. But I thought that was cool. This is one of the books that was in the African American section. I also picked up 2 books from Sherilyn Kenyon. Didn't realize it in the store, but when I got home, I was like, something about those books look familiar. So this is Sherilyn Kenyon's No Mercy, a dark hunter novel. I didn't even check the, okay. Nothing fancy, but you know what? I love books that have the pages. Like, can y'all see these pages? They're kind of uneven. Can y'all see that? They're kind of uneven, like old, worn kind of thing, like an old book from way back when. That's what that kind of reminds me of. And I love books that have that sort of feel to it. So, No Mercy. And this is a League novel, Born of Silence. For one man's greed, Zara's entire family was murdered, and she was forced to grow up on the back streets of hell. As a resistance leader, her goal is to topple the government that destroyed her family. Okay, she on some get back, revenge, make it right, do the thing. I'm here for it. So when I got home, sorry, I got sidetracked. I was like, let me check, because I feel like this author's name is familiar to me. Lo and behold, I do have 2 books that I picked up from Oh Goody, a Book Warehouse at Death's Door and Death Doesn't Bargain. These are a Dead Man's Cross novel. So these 2 books go together. But I said what I was going to do is at least read 1 or 2 chapters from these books, maybe 3, to see if I really enjoy her writing style, because I know nothing about her. And just because it's a #1 New York bestseller, New York Times bestseller, that doesn't mean I'll enjoy the writing and the writing style. So if I do enjoy, I'll keep it. If not, I will gladly take them over to Book Cycle and they can add it back into their collection with these 2 added. Right? Cool. So that is that. This book also was in the African American section. This is Too Little Too Late. I have, no, that's Kimberly Roby Lawson. But I feel like I have a Victoria Christopher Murray as well. But anyway, Too Little Too Late. Jasmine is back. Oh, she returns to her devious ways in this tale of 2 marriages, each threatened by lies and betrayal. The X-Files. So where do you fall? Yeah, there's that. I don't know where this falls in the in this series. Have y'all read that? I don't know. Anywho, some of these books I picked up because I was like, maybe the mister would like them. Sometimes I think about him when I go looking for books. Isn't that nice of me? I thought so. And this is one of those books. An epic fantasy from the author of Age of Iron. You die when you die. But did you die? This is from Angus Watson. And I love a good Viking. So that's what this reminded me of. I have no clue what this book is about. None. I told y'all, I'm definitely very much a person who judges the book by its cover. This looked like a great cover to me. So, when his settlement is massacred by a hostile empire, Finn is a very Viking name, isn't it? I like the name Finn. Finn and his clan make their escape across an unforgiving land, battling animals and monsters, determined assassins, powerful tribes, and each other to fulfill a prophecy that is their only hope. Ooh. You can't change your fate, so throw yourself into battle because you'll either win or wake up drinking mead in the halls of our ancestors. That sounds like a good book. You think you would read this one, mister? I'm gonna have to get out of the world. This is definitely for me. This is Capture Me, a dark romance by Anna Zaires. Looks to me like maybe Mafia. Definitely Russian. Ew. She's a translator. Ooh. Planes going down. All kinds of crazy stuff is going to be happening from what I'm reading here. So, betrayal. Okay. Yulia Savakova. I probably butchered that, but that's the name of the female main character of this book of Capture Me. Joe Abercrombie is the author of this next book, Best Served Cold. I can't talk today. Best Served Cold by Joe Abercrombie. Bloody and relentless, his best yet. That's a quote from George R.R. Martin. From one of fantasy's hottest new stars comes a standalone novel. Well, at least I know it's standalone and they don't have other books to go with it. Standalone novel of mercenaries, gruesome deaths, and twisted plans. There have been 19 years of blood. The ruthless Grand Duke Orso is locked in a vicious struggle with the squabbling League of Eight, and between them they have bled the land white. What does that mean? While armies march, heads roll, and cities burn, and behind the scenes, bankers, priests, and older, darker powers play a deadly game to choose who will be king. Is it sounding very Game of Thrones-ish to you guys? Everybody's always trying to get the throne. And who does it really belong to? That is that. Best Served Cold. Davis Bunn, Gold of Kings. Let me see. I didn't check any of the hardcovers, the hardbacks for any artwork, anything like that. But this is definitely an older book. It's been around for a while, or just in the collection at Book Cycle for a good minute. But this book's here. Will she decipher the mysteries leading to the sacred relic, or be defeated by the foes racing to claim it and destroy her? A dealer in art and antiquities, Storm, I like her name, Storm Cyril, arranges her life as she does her work into neat, orderly categories. But when her grandfather is murdered, all certainties are questioningly replaced by suspicions. She struggles to understand his death and decipher the frayed leather journal she finds hidden in his vault. Storm soon realizes that far from being simply a discreet art broker, Sean Cyril was a trusted go-between in the highest ranks of business and government in Europe, Africa, and the Middle East. Hey. Gold of Kings. I got this because it looked good for Aaron. So, look, y'all. It's this series that I watch. Oh, every blue moon when it comes on whatever channel, Lifetime, whatever, and it's a throwback to Frontier Days. The author is Jeanette O'Keefe, and that series is called Love Comes Softly. And I only mention that because she's on the back of this book, in her one of the quotes: "If you're a reader of Bond's electric thrillers, don't miss this one. If for any reason you have missed his previous ones, this is a great place to start." So that's why I mentioned her name in the Mr. hates when I watch it because he thinks it's old and long and boring, but I just love it. It's nostalgic for whatever reason. So that's this one. I don't know that I might necessarily read this. I might end up taking this back to the book cycle. The description didn't really pull me in, if that makes sense to you guys. They had an abundance of this author, Vince Flynn, Kill Shot, an American assassin thriller. Don't he look like the insurance guy, Mayhem? That's who this dude looks like. And if they make a movie, that's who should play him. But yeah. In the years since the CIA trained and then unleashed him, Mitch Rapp has been steadily working his way through a list of men, bullet by bullet. With each swift and untraceable kill, the tangled network of monsters responsible for the slaughter of 270 civilians in the Pan Am Lockerbie attack become increasingly aware that someone is hunting them. Rapp is given his next target and finds the man asleep in his bed in Paris. In the split second it takes the bullet to leave Rapp's silenced pistol, the trap is sprung and he finds himself in the fight of his life. Oh. Rapp must avoid capture or die quietly. That seems like a good one. I'll check his writing style, see if I like it, and go from there. If not, I'll add it to the pile of books that I might potentially take back after a good read or two of the books, through a good read of 2 to 3 chapters from the books. This is Yara St. John, a small, Never Say Never. I haven't had a book this tiny in forever. I think I had books like this when I first started reading like romance, and who knows how long ago that was. But I thought it was a cute. Devastated by her recent divorce, Sabrina Matthews returns to her hometown of Savannah, Georgia. Didn't I sound real country? Savannah, Georgia, with her 8-year-old daughter in tow. Fed up with uncertainty of romance, the struggling single mom vows. Fed up with romance and uncertainty, the struggling single mom vows she would never open her heart to the possibility of love gone wrong again. But then she meets Malcolm Winters, a prominent cardiologist. He too is reeling from a personal crisis. Malcolm. Wasn't that his name on Young and the Restless? Malcolm Winters and his brother Neil Winters. Anywho, that's why I immediately thought of reading this. So they apparently are gonna, find each other. Oh my gosh, y'all know this is an old book. So this book is The Mission, Crazy Cool by Tara Jansen, also author of Crazy Hot. I picked this up because it was a cute little book. He called her Bad Luck Decker, a gorgeous socialite who trailed trouble in her wake. So there's that. I think this might go back, y'all. I was just picking up stuff at this point, but I don't know yet. The last set of books that I have is a series, a Titus Black thriller by R.J. Patterson. So this is a 16 book series as far as I know, okay? A 16 book series. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 of the 16. Okay? I figured I should go ahead and get the books that they had available just in case I really enjoy it. She was like, get them all, because you don't know if they'll be here when you come back. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll go get them. So a Titus Black thriller. This is a fast-paced espionage thriller series starring who else? Titus Black. Listen, y'all, I have fixed this sign 3 times and it does not want to cooperate with me, so it will be placed here for the remainder of this video. Gladly, this is the last part of said video, so we just gonna put it right there like so. Okay? Now, back to a Titus Black thriller. We have Behind Enemy Lines, Game of Shadows, Rogue Commander, Line of Fire, Blowback, Honorable Lies, Power Play, State of Conspiracy, The Patriot, The President's Man, The Haitian Assassin, Codename Killshot, Chaos Theory, House of Cards, False Flags, A Deadly Game. So, just a couple of them. And I believe you should start with the first one, which I do not have. And that's okay. I'll find it. And we'll start there. From my understanding, R.J. Patterson is a really great author. I can't remember if I have read his books before, but we shall find out. Guys, the weather is such here in Houston. It's been raining for the last couple of days that I really just want to put on a big comfy sweatshirt or sweater, have me a nice drink of whatever I'm gonna drink, sit under my blanket and read my book. What is your cozy, comfy routine? Do you get in the book big sweater, a comfy blanket, some hot tea, a glass of wine? What do you use to get into your cozy space when you're reading? Let me know. Drop it in the comments, okay? Have you guys read any of these books? Are any of them interesting to you that you think you might go ahead and give one a try and search for it? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Drop it in the comments. And again, thank you for joining me. And until next time, toodaloo.